the Aladino 85th Anniversary from Cuban Seed Tobacco. What's going on, everybody? Welcome to another episode of Hugo Smokes. I'm your host, Hugo, and today I'm going to be smoking and reviewing the Aladino 85th Anniversary. This here is a Honduran puro, and it is made up of obviously all tobacco from Honduras. However, it is Cuban seed, known as pinareno, meaning that it comes from Pinar del Rio. And pretty interesting concept there, right? The wrapper is actually classified, I believe, as Corojo Honduran, so go figure. And the cigar here was crafted to honor the company's patriarch, Julio Eiroa, and it was blended by both himself and his son Justo at their JRE tobacco factory in Honduras. So pretty excited to smoke this cigar. Love the limited 2023 and the Cameroon Reserva, phenomenal cigars. And I mean, this cigar, it's got a nice wrapper. It's a little bit rustic, and the veins are a bit more pronounced than I remember from the Reserva or the 23. But the band is really nice and ornate. I like it. And you can see the 85th anniversary here. So, actually, I was smelling the wrapper, when I was getting ready to come outside and smoke, and it smelled like very distinct. But I'm not getting that scent anymore. It was like a sourdough bread. It was really nice. Let me go ahead and cut it up and test the draw. A little bit more. So again, another release for 2025. Damn, got some fine tobacco pieces in there, something fibers. A little bit snug on the draw. Earthy, light leather. Interesting. All right, let me go ahead and light it up, and I'll be back for my introduction. Okay, right off the rip. By the way, it's a little bit snug still. It's opening up, kind of massages a little bit, but it's super creamy smoke. Light roasted coffee on the palate, sourdough breadiness, lime zest. And a significant amount of a little bit of like that spice on the finish. It's mainly like cumin, white pepper spice. Alright, let's see what the retrohale has to offer. Alright, already a little bit of spice on the retro, mainly white pepper spice. I would say 4 to 5 clicks out of 10, so medium minus. And it's super earthy on the retro, dry earth. And the main note here on the retro is like a sourdough bread and a very nice berry sweetness, but it's also like sour, so sweet and tart, or sweet and tart, right? Pretty good. Definitely that cumin, white pepper, spice is very apparent on the finish. Combining with the pepper finish on the palate, it's intensifying, so you can feel all over your palate and on the sinus as well. So that's pretty much all I'm getting here in the beginning. Let me go ahead and keep smoking the cigar down past the first third, and I will be back for my first update. Welcome back. At the end of the first third of this Aladino 85th, burn line is phenomenal, spectacular. Ash fell a little bit ago, but it's flaky. The first portion was nice and layered. So again, still trying to figure out, what those characteristics mean as far as like I guess the way the cigars rolled, right? But that would be a different episode. Okay, this cigar is pretty interesting. So started off, with that creamy, sweet note on the palate, roasted coffee, stuff like that, right? Then and got super like, how should I say this? Very like bitter. So like the cumin spice was pronounced or became like the main note, lime zest, and then all the other notes were like on the background. And now the creaminess, the berry sweet and tart came back. So it's like a changing profile, right? Pretty cool. On the retrohale, the same thing. It's creamy. There's berry, but in the middle, it was like wow, where did all this sweetness go? And the sting increased a little bit, so now it's like 5 to 6 clicks out of 10. So medium plus. And the same spices, white pepper, cumin spice. So still getting that sourdough type of bread on the palate, on the retro. Overall, it's quite an enjoyable cigar at the end of the first third here. I don't know. I can't help but compare it to the Reserve and the LE. Really enjoyable smokes, except for on that one. I think it was more like a wheat type of note that I was picking up, or like nutty. No, it was really nutty. Okay, yeah, I remember now. Okay, so let me keep smoking the cigar down past the second third into this secondary 85th band, and I will be back for my next update. Welcome back. At the end of the second third of this 85th, and burn line a little bit wavy, but I think it's doing good. The ash keeps on falling before the next take, whatever, but I think it's still holding out for every third. It's fine. So here in the second third, it's dominated by a berry sweetness for sure, and then cumin and sourdough bread. Again, the sweetness is not consistent throughout the sections. It's coming in and out. At one point, when you mix it with the cumin spice, it almost tastes like a cough syrup type of sweet and then sour, or whatever you want to describe that as. And then on the finish, it's like coffee, light roasted coffee, pretty nice. On the retro, again, super fruity. I mean, it's even going from like a berry to like a banana fruit type of sweetness, because there's also like a creamy note in there. So it's hand in hand, right? And then even like kind of nutty at one point, picking up a little bit of earth on the finish and a little bit of spice on the finish as well. So I mean, typical for Honduran tobacco, right, to have a little bit of earthiness. But just the notes, they're really nice, especially like those sweet notes when they come out, they pretty pronounced. So far I'm really liking this cigar. Let's see what the end of the cigar has to offer. I'll keep smoking the cigar as far as I can, and I will be back for my final update and closing thoughts on this Aladino 85th. Welcome back at the end of this 85th, and the burn line continues to be wonky. So, it was wonky throughout. The ash fell. It's fine. I'm happy that I didn't have to touch up the cigar, because I hate touching it up, even though one or two touch-ups is fine on a cigar, but if you gotta keep doing it, 4, 5, 6, it's just annoying, right? But very satisfied with this first take on the cigar. On the palate, increased a little bit in strength, so picking up white and red pepper. I'm sorry, that's on the retro. On the palate, berry cumin note is still coming through, but now picking up like a wheat, herbal / floral note on the palate as well, secondary tone. And then there's this like lime zest that's very, very pronounced. Not sure if you guys have experienced this when you taking the draw in and it touches your tongue. It's like super tart. So that's what I'm experiencing on the smoke on the draw here. Again, on the retro, red and white pepper spice, so it's stinging a little bit more. So I would say 6 to 7 clicks out of 10 on the beginning of the first third. Then it backs up a little bit. I'm sorry, the last third. And then it's still creamy, and then on that wheat floral finish as well on the retro hail. So overall, man, this cigar is pretty damn good. I mean, it's totally different from the Reserva, from the LE 2023, so don't even compare it to that. The cigar's been burning here for 1 hour and 40 minutes. It's a Toro 6x52. I'm not sure if I mentioned that in the beginning. There's also a Robusto. The only thing on this cigar, it's a $20 cigar, so the boxes are 20 count, so $400, kind of steep, right? So I would say this one is definitely a box worthy, bordering, I'm sorry, a 5-pack worthy, bordering a box worthy smoke here. If they were 10 count boxes, I would definitely do not hesitate on buying a box on this one. But yeah, it's just the financial aspect of it, which I really don't include in my reviews, because at the end of the day, if you like a cigar, you're gonna get it regardless, right? Especially on those holiday sales, stock up, right? But yeah, very good cigar. I think it's one of the top cigars for 2025, to be honest with you. Not very many bangers this year, at least not for me, but mostly have been like 5-pack worthy, not really box worthy cigars. So very satisfied that I tried this cigar here. And forgot to mention that the box comes with a nice, it's a drawing of Julio's first car or old car. It's like an oldie, super vintage style box, so pretty nice. But we'll see. Maybe in the future, if I catch it on a sale, I'll pick it up. Not sure. Thank you guys for watching. Don't forget to sub to my channel if you haven't. Stoic Society podcast as well, and check out the Patreon. We're getting a little bit more members, so hopefully I can start doing some giveaways in the next few months. That's the goal. So again, if you smoked a cigar released for 2025, let me know if you like it. If you didn't, I would love to know your thoughts on it. Thanks for watching, and I'll catch you guys on the next one.